What's up, legends? Today, we're diving into the ultimate 360-degree camera showdown, DJI Osmo 360 versus GoPro Max. And spoiler alert, the Osmo's about to flex hard. We've got 21 savage reasons why DJI takes the crown, from buttery smooth stabilization to waterproof wizardry. Grab your popcorn, GoPro fans. You might cry a little. Sharper image quality in every lighting condition. When it comes to clarity, the DJI Osmo 360 is like having eagle vision strapped to your helmet. DJI's sensor and processing pipeline deliver crisp, detailed footage, whether you're shooting under the blazing sun, in the soft glow of a golden hour sunset, or in the shadowy chaos of a dimly lit skate park. The GoPro Max? Sure, it's good, but side-by-side tests reveal more noise, softer edges, and the occasional potato filter vibe when the lighting isn't perfect. DJI's advanced HDR modes and superior lens coating keep highlights in check and shadows rich with detail, so your footage pops without that washed-out, over-processed look. Even in mixed lighting, think neon-lit streets with pockets of darkness, Osmo 360 maintains color separation and detail where the GoPro starts to mush things together. And let's be honest, nobody's bragging about their blurry night ride footage on Instagram. Whether you're capturing action sports, travel vlogs, or cinematic B-roll, sharper image quality means your content doesn't just document the moment, it owns it. And the best part? You don't need to spend hours in post trying to rescue muddy pixels. The Osmo 360 makes you look like a pro from the moment you hit record. In a head-to-head pixel peep showdown, DJI leaves GoPro squinting to keep up. Smoother stabilization even in extreme motion. The DJI Osmo 360 isn't just stable, it's like having your own invisible Hollywood gimbal following you around. DJI's rock-steady stabilization technology is engineered for chaos. Downhill mountain biking, cliffside parkour, or sprinting through a festival crowd while dodging flying drinks. Even when you whip the camera around like you're in an action movie, the footage stays butter smooth, almost defying physics. GoPro Max has its hyper-smooth mode, but in side-by-side tests, you'll notice tiny micro-jitters and a warp effect around the edges when things get too wild. The Osmo 360, on the other hand, keeps your horizon locked like it's nailed to a spirit level. No seasick wobble, no weird rolling shutter jelly. And here's the kicker, it manages this level of stabilization without destroying image quality. With GoPro, you sometimes trade sharpness for smoothness. DJI somehow lets you have both. Whether you're skiing, skateboarding, or just walking while holding the camera out on a selfie stick, the motion looks cinematic instead of amateur vlog shaky. For creators, that means fewer ruined shots and way more usable footage straight out of the camera. Simply put, with DJI, your edits are cleaner, your shots look intentional, and your viewers aren't reaching for Dramamine after 30 seconds. If you want smoothness that survives the craziest stunts, DJI's the king of the action cam jungle. Better low-light performance for night shots. When the sun dips below the horizon, the DJI Osmo 360 doesn't panic, it thrives. This camera's larger sensor and refined noise reduction algorithm give it a massive edge over the GoPro Max in dark environments. Whether you're filming city lights at midnight, bonfire beach parties, or glow-stick raves in the woods, the Osmo 360 keeps details intact without drowning the scene in grain. GoPro Max, while capable, often suffers from aggressive noise reduction that turns textures into a smeary mess and robs your footage of depth. DJI, on the other hand, balances shadow detail with realistic highlight roll-off, so bright lights don't bloom into giant glowing blobs. Even in pitchy, uneven lighting, think candlelit dinner or dim street markets, colors stay true, faces remain visible, and you don't end up with that dreaded muddy brown night look. The difference is especially noticeable when editing. DJI footage gives you way more flexibility in post-production without the image falling apart after the slightest adjustment. And let's be real, most action cam users aren't shooting just in perfect daylight. Adventures happen 24/7, and the camera that can handle low light without turning your epic night adventure into a grainy slideshow is the one worth betting on. If the GoPro Max is a daytime beast, the DJI Osmo 360 is an all-hours assassin. More natural color science straight out of camera. The DJI Osmo 360 doesn't just capture colors, it makes them look alive without looking fake. DJI's color science has been refined from years of making professional drones and gimbals, and it shows. Skin tones look natural. Skies are rich without being cartoonishly blue, and greens in nature pop just enough to feel vibrant but never neon. The GoPro Max, on the other hand, tends to lean toward overly saturated, almost Instagram filter territory. Sure, that might grab attention for a quick scroll, but it often means you lose subtle details and gradients and shadows. DJI's color profile is cinematic by default. It's what filmmakers call ready to grade, meaning you can tweak it later or just use it as is without cringing. This matters because not everyone wants to spend hours color correcting footage just to make it look human again. Whether you're shooting a street vlog, a mountain hike, or an underwater dive, Osmo 360 delivers colors that feel like you were there, not like you accidentally left a filter on. The difference is especially obvious in mixed lighting situations, where GoPro's automatic color shift can make footage look inconsistent from one shot to the next. With DJI, your footage is cohesive, balanced, and easy on the eyes, the way nature and your subscribers intended. Easier, more intuitive touchscreen interface. With the DJI Osmo 360, you're not just filming, you're navigating a control center that actually makes sense. The touchscreen interface is fluid, logical, and big enough that you don't need surgeon-level precision to tap the right option. Menus are clean, icons are clear, and you can switch between modes faster than it takes a GoPro Max to load its next menu screen. GoPro's interface isn't bad, but it still has that dig through 3 layers of settings vibe that can slow you down. And in the world of action cameras, seconds matter. DJI's UI is built for on-the-go shooting. Swipes, taps, and gestures feel like second nature, and the haptic feedback gives you confidence that your command actually registered. Need to toggle between 360 mode and standard wide? Done in 2 swipes. Want to change resolution or frame rate? A couple of quick taps and you're rolling again. And here's a bonus. The touchscreen stays more responsive in cold or wet conditions, where GoPro sometimes lags or misreads inputs. For creators who film in unpredictable environments, that's huge. No one wants to miss the perfect moment because the camera decided to ignore your frozen fingers. Simply put, DJI's interface is a tool, while GoPro's sometimes feels like a puzzle. All right, camera warriors, time to choose your fighter. Drop your spiciest argument in the comments. Is DJI Osmo 360 the king, or does GoPro Max still hold the throne? And don't just be polite. Roast, brag, bring the heat. The funniest, boldest, and most unhinged takes are getting featured in our next User Edition episode. Make it good enough to start a comment war. Superior battery life for longer shoots. The DJI Osmo 360 is built for marathon sessions, not quick sprints. Its battery is not only larger in capacity, but also optimized by DJI's efficient processing and heat management, meaning you can film for significantly longer without the dreaded low battery panic. Whether you're capturing an all-day hike, a multi-hour time-lapse, or a full event without breaks, the Osmo 360 just keeps going. GoPro Max, while solid for short bursts, tends to drain faster, especially if you're using stabilization, high resolutions, or Wi-Fi transfers. And let's be real, carrying extra batteries is fine, but constantly swapping them mid-adventure is a vibe killer, and a sure way to miss shots. DJI's endurance means fewer interruptions, less gear to pack, and more moments captured in one continuous flow. Plus, the battery indicator on the Osmo 360 is brutally honest. No, it said 30% 5 minutes ago, now it's dead surprises. In colder environments, where GoPro batteries are notorious for tanking fast, DJI's power management holds up better, giving you extra recording time when you need it most. For any creator who values reliability, longer battery life isn't just a convenience. It's the difference between a finished masterpiece and a half-finished regret. Faster wireless file transfer speeds. With the DJI Osmo 360, moving footage from your camera to your phone feels like a quick handshake, smooth, fast, and painless. DJI's wireless transfer tech uses optimized Wi-Fi protocols that deliver higher speeds without constant connection drops. This means your 4K 360 clips don't take an eternity to appear in your editing app, and you're not standing there watching a progress bar creep along while your friends are already replaying the moment on their phones. GoPro Max, while capable, often has slower transfer rates in real-world use, especially for large files, and its app can be a little temperamental. DJI's mobile app connection is rock solid, making it much easier to quickly preview, trim, and share your footage before the adrenaline of the moment wears off. And for creators who shoot in high volume, every second saved adds up. Transferring 10 clips in 5 minutes instead of 15 can literally mean you're posting same-day content instead of still editing excuses. DJI even has a quick transfer mode that bypasses the slower connection handshake and jumps straight into high-speed transfer. For on-the-go creators and social media warriors, this speed boost isn't just nice to have. It's the difference between riding the trend wave or watching it pass you by. More compact and travel-friendly design. The DJI Osmo 360 is proof that good things do come in smaller packages. DJI's engineers have somehow packed pro-level features into a body that slips easily into your pocket, side bag, or even the narrow mesh slot on a backpack. For travelers, that means less bulk, less weight, and zero awkward camera bulge when you're trying to keep gear minimal. GoPro Max is still portable, but its slightly bulkier design and lens protrusion make it a bit more finicky to pack without worrying about scratches or damage. The Osmo 360's sleeker profile also means it's faster to deploy. Pull it out, power it on, and you're rolling in seconds without wrestling with mounts or protective cases. And for vloggers or adventure shooters who carry multiple cameras, the extra space savings add up quickly. You can toss in an extra battery, a small tripod, or even a mic without your bag turning into a gear explosion. It's also more discreet. When you're traveling in crowded cities or sensitive areas, being able to shoot without screaming, "I have expensive gear here," is a massive plus. DJI's design isn't just about looking good, it's about making your life easier when you're capturing the world on the move. Stronger waterproofing without extra housing. The DJI Osmo 360 laughs in the face of rain, splashes, and full-on dives. With its robust waterproofing straight out of the box, you can submerge it to impressive depths without the hassle of extra cases or housings. That means one less piece of gear to buy, carry, and fumble with before your big shot. GoPro Max is water-resistant too, but its waterproof rating is slightly lower, and for more intense underwater adventures, you're often advised to use an additional housing, which adds bulk, costs extra, and can slightly affect audio quality. With Osmo 360, you just take it out and go. Beach trip? No problem. Pool party? It's ready. Rainstorm in the middle of your hike? Keep rolling. And because the waterproofing is built into the core design, you're not dealing with fogged-up housings or tiny leaks from improperly sealed accessories. For travel vloggers and adventure seekers, this is huge. Your gear stays lighter, simpler, and more reliable, while you stay focused on capturing epic moments instead of playing camera mechanic in the middle of your trip. DJI's approach means your 360 cam is truly ready for any environment, from mountain waterfalls to underwater coral reefs, without skipping a beat. Built-in AI editing features that actually work. The DJI Osmo 360 doesn't just record your adventures, it helps you turn them into watch-worthy content instantly. With DJI's built-in AI editing tools, you can auto-generate highlight reels perfectly synced to music without even touching a computer. These aren't your average slap a filter and call it a day edits. The AI actually analyzes motion, key moments, and even subject framing to create smooth, engaging cuts. GoPro Max has some smart editing features in its app, but they can feel clunky or overly simplistic, often requiring more manual tweaking to get something truly shareable. With DJI, you can shoot, edit, and post within minutes, whether you're on a train, in a cafe, or literally sitting on top of a mountain with signal. And for creators who want to save time without sacrificing quality, this is a game changer. You can even apply clever transitions, effects, and reframes without losing resolution, making your clips look like you spent hours in a pro editing suite. Plus, the AI keeps improving with firmware updates, meaning the editing tools get smarter over time. In short, the Osmo 360 is like having a pocket-sized film crew that works 24/7 and never complains. More flexible mounting options. The DJI Osmo 360 is like the Swiss Army knife of camera mounting. Thanks to its universal mount system and clever accessory compatibility, you can attach it to just about anything. Helmets, handlebars, drones, surfboards, tripods, chest rigs, you name it. DJI's thoughtful mount designs also make quick swaps a breeze, so you can go from a helmet shot to a handheld vlog in seconds without hunting for a different adapter. GoPro Max, while backed by a strong ecosystem, often locks you into proprietary mounts or requires specific accessories for certain angles, which can be frustrating if you're mid-shoot and improvising. DJI's flexibility means you can use a mix of official and third-party gear without worrying about fit issues, giving you more creative freedom on set. This versatility is huge for 360 shooters. You can easily reposition the camera to get impossible perspectives, from ultra-low skate shots to high, drone-like poles. And because DJI keeps its mount points discreet and streamlined, the setup stays compact instead of looking like you strapped a tech experiment to your gear. More mount options equals more shot possibilities equals more. How did you film that? Comments under your videos. Better heat management during long recordings. The DJI Osmo 360 is built to keep it cool, literally. Long recording sessions are notorious for making compact action cams overheat, leading to shutdowns, corrupted files, or that dreaded camera too hot warning right in the middle of your best shot. DJI has engineered the Osmo 360 with smart heat dissipation vents and efficient internal processing so it can handle extended shoots without turning into a pocket-sized furnace. Whether you're filming a multi-hour festival, a continuous bike ride, or a long-form vlog, the Osmo 360 stays operational and reliable. GoPro Max, while powerful, can be more prone to heating up during long 4K 360 sessions, especially in hot climates. That means more forced breaks and more moments missed. DJI's better thermal control isn't just about preventing shutdowns. It also means consistent performance, because overheating can subtly affect image quality and stabilization before the camera actually stops recording. For creators, this is a huge deal. The last thing you want is your gear dictating your shooting schedule. With the Osmo 360, you stay in charge of the action, not the temperature gauge. Crisper audio quality with built-in mics. The DJI Osmo 360 isn't just about stunning visuals, it nails the sound too. Its built-in microphones are tuned to capture clear, balanced audio even in challenging environments. Whether you're recording a conversation in a bustling street, the roar of ocean waves, or the crunch of snow under your boots, the Osmo 360 delivers audio that feels full and detailed without drowning in background noise. DJI's wind noise reduction is especially impressive. You can ride downhill on a bike or stand on a windy ridge and still get usable audio without that harsh hurricane in the mic sound. GoPro Max has decent audio capture, but side by side, DJI's clarity and stereo separation often feel more refined and natural. This means you can use more of your raw audio in your edits instead of replacing it entirely with music or overdubs. For vloggers and storytellers, that's huge. Authentic sound can be just as important as the footage itself in pulling viewers into your experience. And if you do decide to plug in an external mic, DJI's audio handling ensures you're getting a clean, strong signal without strange compression artifacts. In short, with Osmo 360, your adventures don't just look good, they sound good too. More firmware updates and feature improvements. DJI treats the Osmo 360 like a living product, not a one-and-done release. The company has a track record of rolling out regular firmware updates that genuinely improve the camera, adding new shooting modes, refining stabilization, boosting low-light performance, and fixing quirks based on real user feedback. This means your camera actually gets better over time, long after you've unboxed it. GoPro Max does receive updates, but DJI's pace and scope often feel more aggressive and innovative, especially when they add features that completely change how you can use the device. For creators, this is like getting free upgrades without spending a dime. 1 month you're shooting standard 360, the next you've got new creative tools or improved AI editing. It also builds confidence in the brand. You know DJI isn't going to abandon the product the moment the next model is announced. Plus, updates are quick and painless via the mobile app, so you can refresh your camera's capabilities in the time it takes to drink your coffee. In a world where tech gets outdated fast, having a device that evolves with you is priceless, and that's exactly what DJI delivers. Superior object tracking and subject detection. The DJI Osmo 360 doesn't just film, it follows you like it's your most dedicated camera operator. Thanks to DJI's advanced active track technology, it can lock onto a subject and keep it perfectly framed, even if you're moving unpredictably or weaving through crowds. Whether you're skateboarding, running, or showing off your dog's agility course skills, the Osmo 360 ensures you stay the star of the shot without constantly readjusting the camera. GoPro Max has tracking features, but they often require more manual input or post-production work, which can be time-consuming and less precise in real time. DJI's tracking feels smarter, smoother, and more reliable, recognizing not just people, but also vehicles, pets, and other moving objects. This means you can set it up, start recording, and focus on your activity instead of babysitting the camera. The technology even works in 360 mode, letting you reframe later with the confidence that your subject never drifted out of the frame. For solo creators, this is a game changer. It's like having a free cameraman who never blinks, gets tired, or asks for a lunch break. Less fisheye distortion in 360 footage. One of the biggest complaints people have about 360 cameras is that bubble world look, where straight lines curve unnaturally and everything feels like you're peering through a fishbowl. The DJI Osmo 360 tackles this with precision lens design and advanced in-camera correction, giving you immersive footage without warping reality. Buildings stay straight, horizons don't bend like spaghetti, and people don't look like cartoon characters at the edges of the frame. GoPro Max, while good, tends to have slightly more pronounced distortion, especially when using certain field of view settings. This might be fine for playful shots, but when you're aiming for professional or cinematic footage, less distortion means cleaner, more natural results. DJI's correction also makes reframing in post a lot easier. You can pull out multiple angles from the same clip without worrying about distracting warps. And here's the best part, it does this without compromising the true 360 experience. The footage still feels wide and immersive, just not cartoonishly so. For creators who mix 360 with traditional video in the same project, this makes a huge difference in visual consistency. Simply put, DJI gives you the immersive wow factor without the optical weirdness. More affordable for the features offered. The DJI Osmo 360 delivers pro-level performance without demanding a pro-level bank account. When you stack up its features, superior stabilization, better low light, AI editing, advanced tracking, against the GoPro Max, you're getting more for your money, plain and simple. GoPro's pricing often sits in the same ballpark, but when you compare the spec sheet and real-world performance, DJI feels like the better value. And it's not just about the camera cost. DJI's accessories and mounts also tend to be competitively priced, so you're not bleeding extra cash every time you want a new creative setup. For budget-conscious creators, this means you can invest in a full shooting kit without taking out a small loan. Even for pros, saving a few $100 without compromising quality is a win. That money can go toward travel, props, or other creative expenses. Plus, DJI's firmware updates, which add features for free, mean your investment holds value longer, delaying the need to upgrade. The result? More camera, more creativity, and more budget left over for actually living the adventures you're filming. Stronger build quality for rough adventures. The DJI Osmo 360 is built like it expects to get dropped, dunked, and knocked around, and still keep filming. Its rugged chassis feels solid in hand, with tight seams, reinforced lens surrounds, and materials that inspire confidence when you're heading into unpredictable environments. Whether it's the grit of a sandy beach, the jolt of a mountain bike crash, or the impact of being tossed into a backpack with other gear, the Osmo 360 shrugs it off. GoPro Max is tough too, but its slightly more protruding lenses and less reinforced body design can make it more vulnerable to scuffs and cracks if you're not careful. DJI's design also makes swapping lens protectors easier and cheaper, so even if you do take a hard hit, you're back up and running quickly. For adventure filmmakers, this peace of mind is priceless. You can focus on your climb, jump, or dive without babying your gear. And because it's weather-sealed against dust and moisture, you're not constantly worrying about microparticles creeping inside and messing with the internals. Bottom line, the Osmo 360 feels like it was made for people who treat handle with care as more of a polite suggestion than a rule. Better compatibility with accessories. The DJI Osmo 360 plays nice with a huge range of accessories, both DJI's own and third-party options, making it one of the most versatile 360 cams for customization. Need a monopod, bike mount, invisible selfie stick, or helmet rig? Chances are it'll fit without weird adapters or DIY hacks. DJI's approach to accessory compatibility is refreshingly open, meaning you can mix and match gear from other brands without worrying about proprietary lock-ins. GoPro Max, while supported by a large ecosystem, sometimes forces you toward official accessories for full functionality, which can be pricier and less diverse. The Osmo 360's universal mounting threads, USB-C interface, and thoughtful accessory ports make it easy to expand your creative possibilities, from underwater housings to wireless mics to gimbal stabilizers. This flexibility is especially useful for pros who already have a mountain of camera gear. You won't need to start from scratch just because you switched cameras. More compatibility means more creative angles, more specialized setups, and fewer limits on how and where you can shoot. In short, the Osmo 360 isn't picky. It's ready to work with whatever you throw at it. More reliable mobile app connectivity. The DJI Osmo 360 connects to its companion app like it's been best friends with your phone for years, fast, stable, and drama-free. Pairing is quick, and once connected, it stays connected, even if you wander a few steps away or momentarily switch apps. This stability is a big deal for creators who like to control the camera remotely, preview shots in real time, or tweak settings without touching the camera. GoPro Max's app connection, while functional, can be a little more temperamental, sometimes requiring multiple attempts to pair or dropping the connection mid-transfer. DJI's streamlined app interface also means less fumbling when you're in the field. You can change modes, adjust exposure, or start recording in just a couple of taps. And because the connection is more reliable, remote monitoring and live view framing work smoothly without the stutter or lag that can make real-time shooting frustrating. For anyone working on tight schedules or in fast-moving environments, dependable connectivity isn't just a convenience, it's a necessity. The Osmo 360 nails it, letting you focus on the action instead of troubleshooting Wi-Fi settings. DJI ecosystem integration for pro workflows. The DJI Osmo 360 isn't just a standalone camera, it's a full-fledged member of DJI's powerful ecosystem, which means it plays beautifully with other gear like drones, gimbals, and professional editing tools. If you're already flying a DJI drone or using a Ronin gimbal, you can sync your workflows, match color profiles, and even share accessories or batteries across devices. This integration saves time in both shooting and post-production, making your projects look and feel more cohesive. GoPro Max exists in its own strong ecosystem, but it's more isolated. It doesn't directly integrate with a wider range of pro tools the way DJI's gear does. For creators who juggle multiple cameras on a shoot, having gear that talks to each other is a game changer. Fewer format headaches, smoother color grading, and shared metadata for easier editing. And for those who aspire to step up into professional production, the Osmo 360 can slide right into a DJI-powered setup without missing a beat. Whether you're capturing a drone's eye view, a 360 action shot, and a ground-level cinematic scene, DJI's ecosystem makes sure it all fits together like puzzle pieces. This isn't just about convenience, it's about elevating your entire production value. That's 21 reasons why the DJI Osmo 360 leaves GoPro Max eating dust. Now it's your turn. Jump into the comments and throw down your best argument, because I'm reading all of them. Smash that subscribe button for more epic debates, and I'll see you in the next one. This is 21 Reasons Why. Epic debates, legendary comments.